We're about to look at the future. Join me for the next few minutes as we look at the United States social mood for next week. This is the U.S. Social Mood Weather Report. Social mood can be tracked and measured in a number of ways. Two of the ways we use are Google Hot Trends and Top Stories in the News. The four primary categories of social mood that we track are vulnerable, expansive, manic, and controlled. The intensity of each of these moods changes each day. Over time, this forms oscillations or waves that can be extended forward in time, giving us a glimpse of the mood of the near future. Because we're a part of the larger system, many individuals, but not all, will see a similar pattern unfolding in their life, and they can use this information to their advantage. In the forecast for the week ending July 4th, we were primarily looking for two things: economic effects slightly greater than that of the week before, and a climax disruptive event either this week or the following week. Here's what we actually said about economic concerns. In the week ahead, look for lingering economic concerns, both at home and abroad, to affect the United States. This shows a slight increase over what we saw this week. Here's a stock market chart from the week that just ended and the week before that. And as you can see, the effects on the stock market were slightly greater in the week that just ended than the week before. Expressions of manic moods such as mayhem, protests, and disruptive events should reach a climax either in the week ahead or the week after that before starting to settle down. As of July 3rd, we have not yet seen a climax event to disruptive mood. Social mood projections for the week of July 5th show a spike in manic and a drop in controlled. This pattern is usually accompanied by increased mayhem, protest, and terrorist activity in the news. By looking at this same kind of information for several U.S. cities and analyzing that with special software, we can generate U.S. mood or consciousness maps. Let's see what these tell us about the week ahead. Our map showed these areas at highest risk the week ending July 4th for any disruptive events. And in the week beginning July 5th, we see this risk moving offshore, which sounds like good news. Except that we haven't seen a climax event yet, unless one does happen during the July 4th weekend. So what this tells us, in addition to the timeline, is that a climax event is likely. While this climax event could show up as a spike in mayhem or protests, we also need to be alert to the increased risk of terrorist activity during this time. And while any terrorist activity during this period is likely to be outside of the United States, should it occur in the U.S., it would most likely be in the region highlighted here. Thanks for watching.